Okay, Boker Tov. Today is 26th of Nisan. Half of Nisan corresponds to Yortzite of Yehushua bin Noon. Yehushua, Joshua, the successor of Moshe Rabbenu. So Yehushua bin Noon was from the tribe of Ephraim. He was born in the year of 2406 and he died in the year of 2516. So he lived 110 years. He passed away in exactly 3,159 years ago. Yehushua was Moshe Rabbenu's greatest disciple, student, and we are taught that Moshe Rabbenu is compared to sun, and Yehushua is compared to Levana, moon. Just like Levana, moon has no light from itself, and it radiates the light of sun. Also, Yehushua reflected the Torah and all the great values that he learned from Moshe Rabbenu, who is compared to sun. Yehushua is introduced in Torah as Na'ar. Na'ar is a young person. But we see when he's introduced as such, he wasn't a young person. He was 6 years old. He was 6 years old. So how is that possible? When Moshe Rabbenu appointed Yehushua as a general who battled with Amalek, Yehushua was 6 years old. 6 years old. So Harav Avigdor Miller, Zecher Tzaddik V'Bracha, he explains that Na'ar comes from the word of Na'. Na' means move. That he was always available to move, to learn Torah. From this place to that place, he always followed Moshe Rabbenu. He was the greatest student of Moshe Rabbenu in terms of learning Torah and having Shimushe Talmidei Chachamim. So much so that it says in Gemara Masechet Berachot, at page 7b, that Shimushe Talmidei Chachamim is greater than learning Torah. It's greater than learning Torah, because you see in action, when you are with the Talmid Chacham, you see in action how he practices the Torah and mitzvot. And Yehushua saw all the mitzvot first hand from Moshe Rabbenu. So how great he was. When Hashem saw that Yehushua cherished Torah so much, so he promised that Yehushua would never forget the Torah that he learned. That's according to Rashi in Masechet Menachot, page 99b. In Midrash Rabbah tells us that there were three distinct leaders in Am Yisrael. Three great leaders. Abraham Avinu was the greatest leader among the forefathers, right? Yehushua was the greatest leader in Shevet Ephraim. He was the greatest king, Navi in the Shevet Ephraim. And David HaMelech was the greatest king of Shevet Yehuda. Yehushua led the Jewish nation for 28 years. After Moshe Rabbenu passed away, 28 years he was the leader of Am Yisrael. That's according to Masechet Eruvim, page 22b. And he took care of all the needs of Am Yisrael very well. And we see that when he waited for Moshe Rabbenu by Har Sinai, HaKadosh Baruch Hu sent to Yehushua man, individual delivery individually for Yehushua. That's according to Masechet Yuma, page 76a. And there are 4 blessings in Birkat Hamazon. Guess what? The second blessing is by Yehushua, Nodeh. Nodeh is by Yehushua. That's according to Masechet Berachot, page 48a and b. Sun stood still for 3 tzaddikim. Sun stood, who were those 3 tzaddikim, those 3 righteous people? Moshe Rabbenu, Yehushua, and Nachkimon ben Gurion. That is according to Masechet Tanit 20a. And the first Mishnah in Pirkei Avot tells us that Moshe Rabbenu accepted Torah, and he Umasarai Yehushua, and he gave it over to Yehushua. So from here, our Chachamim learn that Yehushua is as great as Moshe Rabbenu, because they compared to each other, parallel to each other. In addition, Yehushua bin Noon Joshua wrote Sefer Tanakh, and the 8 last Pesukim of Chumash that talks about Moshe Rabbenu's passing, according to some opinions. That's according to Masechet Baba Batra, page 14b and 15a. And last but not least, Yehushua is the one who put together the tefillah, the greatest tefillah of Aleinu L'Shabeach. Aleinu L'Shabeach, that we have to say it in standing. It's very great, and it's uttered by Yehushua. May his zechut be a protection to us, and Be'ezrat Hashem, in his zechut we should have the Mashiach, Sifrenu B'mhera B'yameinu. Amen.